Hello. I am not getting video. I'm not sure if I can see you. Let's see if I can fix this or see what's going on. Oh, you can see me. Interesting, because I actually can't see anything on my screen here. Let me see if I can see it on my phone, and we're just going to go with it anyway. Okay. All right. How is everybody doing today? Oh, yeah. There I am. Nope, I can see it. It's fine. I can get it right here on my phone. So let me just share this out and we're going to continue. So I do want to say I hope everybody is doing safe and everybody is doing well. I know that, this has been kind of a wild week. But I hope you're all staying safe. Again, just let me go ahead and share this out and then I will be with you. Okay. All right, so I want to say hello to everybody and thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going over the twos, stressed out, and yes, and in the midst of all this, yeah, so if anybody does need to, talk about anything, I don't know if I can kind of, thank you, Polly. Hi, Robert, how are you? Okay. So thank you for joining me on Three of Cups, Divine Arts. This is Liz Whitaker. I am of Divination Station Tarot. All right, I do want to thank you all for joining me. And again, I have had a couple people reach out. I'm fairly vocal with things. If you follow me on Facebook, you know that I really try to show up in as many ways as I can and use my voice for good. So if you ever have any suggestions on how I can do that better, I am willing to listen and learn. So again, thank you for joining Liz Whitaker of Divination Station Tarot on Three of Cups, Divine Arts. I am going over the twos today, and I took a nap that cut it real close to broadcast, so you can see me kind of scrambling here. So a couple things going on today. It is the beginning of June. We are still in Gemini season, so there is going to be a lot going on with communication. There's going to be a lot going on. Oh my gosh, twos, right? And here's where we really start to see, we really start to get into the minors here, like the differences in the meanings. So with the aces, right, we kind of see that the meanings are basically, and I'm going to say this might be a hot take, but the meanings are basically the same. They just tweak a little bit as far as what their new opportunities are for. Hi, Caitlin, how are you? So again, once you join, please like, love, wow, react. Please share the video out. Once you do, please hashtag shared. And hi, Jackie. And once we are done with the broadcast, oh my gosh, I'm throwing pens. I'm throwing cards. I will go ahead and get cards to you. And again, I'm watching on my phone and taping on my computer because technology is super fun. So if I'm looking at one and like not the other, that's why. Comfort, yep. So again, to get a card here, you just kind of go out and share. Share to your feed, share to a page, share to tag a friend, anybody that might enjoy the live. Yep, I got you, Polly. And I do, again, go ahead and get a list going to kind of revisit at the end. So how I'm doing this today, I'm doing the 3 decks that, we kind of always use. And then I'm going to feature one specific deck to kind of look at the difference in the 2s. As you join, please introduce yourself. If it's your first time, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Also, your pronouns. If you're comfortable with that. And what else? And just let me know that you're staying safe, whatever that means. And I support any way to kind of speak out right now. Okay. What is going on in the world? That is a good question. I did actually post a meme with a time frame, and it was actually verified. My friend actually went through and checked the placements, and it was about the Rodney King trials, where Aquarius was, and when Rome fell, and all this crazy stuff. So there is something going on in the skies. Hi, Milagros, how are you? Oh my gosh, and my cat. I just rearranged my apartment a little bit, so my cats are now swarming because I made it easily swarmable. So, sorry. You'll probably hear them and see them popping in. Good. Watching from Houston. I have a good friend that is in Dallas right now, and he has been keeping me updated what's going on there since everything kind of started. Oh, Milagros, thank you so much. Okay. I think I'm just going to take a deep breath. And let's get started. So the 2s. Thank you. So I actually put my desk flush against the back of my couch. So I have like an office area that's still kind of facing the TV, so I can, put a movie on or, watch The Office or 30 Rock and not be uncomfortable. And I can sit in a nice comfy office chair. And I don't have sun beating on me right now, so that's always nice. So the 2s. The 2s are all about balance, binary, and dualism. Hi, Adrian. Again, I think we have a few new people here. I am Liz Whitaker. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm in Buffalo, New York. I want to thank you all for joining me, and we're jumping in the 2s. So, balance, binary, dualism. 2. 1, 2. If you have 3 2s, so if you're doing a spread and 3 2s pop up, that's a clique or segregation. So think about when you see, people hanging out and you're not a part of them. 4s, if you get 4 2s, that's a conference or a dialogue. So it's getting a lot of people. I'm in Buffalo. So I am, come on. Yep, so I am in Buffalo, New York. So, and anywhere we see the twos in Rider-Waite-Smith, we are going to see the two figures. So we have two wands. So here's where we start to get that idea of that balance and binary. So it goes a little bit deeper than twos are this or that, okay? Two of Wands is accomplishment, aspiration. So when I look at this card, one of the meetings that I saw somewhere were, do I stay in the castle or do I storm the kingdom? And you can kind of see that. He's holding the world and he's looking through the two wands, right? He's kind of standing in the middle. So it's, do you leave your safety, your security, or do you follow that energy of the ace, and do you take it further? It's that choice between staying where you're at and moving forward. So when that card comes up, that is very often what it's about. And I look at what's around it. So you look at, where the figure is facing, kind of what's behind it, what he's looking towards. Is it in the beginning? Is it in the end? In the end, it can be looking back on everything that you've accomplished. So that is Two of Wands. And again, so Two of Wands, let me find this here. In the Tarot de Marseille. Oh, thank you so much. So Tarot de Marseille, completely different. You really got to dig into your intuition with this. But you kind of look at, you have this nice flowering in the middle. And then on the outside, they're smaller. So you kind of have this security surrounding. And everything is, busting out kind of. Do you stay in the middle or do you move out? There we go. All right, and Two of Wands. I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do this going forward. Look at all three of them in tandem. I think that makes most sense. So here, in the Thoth deck, we have Two of Wands as dominion. So again, it's that same idea of what is my dominion? Okay, do I stay here in my kind of small home, or do I reach out and go for more? And, dominion has that idea of kingdomship, really. And you see the fire, so you see the flames behind it, kind of behind the two wand figures. And they're pretty big. They're kind of more like trunks. They're not really like wands. They're kind of fat. And they do have like points on one end and, more of like a club end on the other, and they have faces on them. Okay, and this is interesting here. We actually have the symbol of Mars here. So this would indicate, that it is, yes, it is a fire card, but it is also straight up represented by Mars. So do I go out and fight for more? Polly, are you asking rhetorically? Or are you asking me? Because I can, when I pull the card, I can address that. And the deck that I'm featuring today is the Next World Tarot. And I love this deck. June is also Pride Month. And I can't think of a better time or a better representation of intersectionality and all just it's got everyone in here. I love it. It's Next World Tarot. It is by Christy Rode. She is a fucking awesome punk rocker. Justin, hi. Good morning. Check her stuff out. Her site is Crowdcore, and Silver Sprocket. Okay. So this is all about, and it's really just a cross section of culture and people. So this is Two of Wands in the Next World Tarot. So again, we have Dominion. So we have Dominion down there. And then we have Mars and Aries. And you kind of see this woman really representing herself, representing her, where she wants to go. And it's on Mars, right? So we can kind of have that like alien feeling sometime when we're trying to charter new territories. Oh, Comfort, hi, okay. So kind of charting new territories. She's on freaking Mars. I love it. You kind of see like the alien eggs and here. So charting new territory can really feel like you are an alien. You know, you don't really know. It's uncharted territory and going anyway. And those are the Two of Wands. So Two of Wands is all about, you know, that going out and getting more energy. Or it's evening in Indiana. Yeah, I'm in Buffalo, so we still got some sun here. I know, Justin, thank you. You joined me at such late times. I'm just going to do a quick scroll here and make sure I got all of the shares. I think I did so far. Yep, I got down to Milagros. Monica, hi. All right, Monica, got you down here. Okay, so after Wands, you know, after we have that accomplishment and we've made that choice, we're going to move to Two of Cups. Two of Cups. This one often pops up for me. It's like the minor arcana version of the Lovers. And, you know, some cards in the minors are going to have this, where you have an idea echoed in the minors that we've already seen like a big step in the majors. So Two of Cups, we see this union. Jennifer, don't worry about it. There is something funky going on. If you want to share it out or even tag someone, you know, I understand. Like I said, I got a black screen here on my live, so Facebook's being tweaky, so perfect. But thank you. So we see this union under that like angelic figure, okay? And it's like a true union and a flow of emotions. So I kind of think of this is going to look ridiculous when I do this on here, but when you're at kind of like a traditional like American wedding ceremony, and you see the bride and the groom, or the groom and the groom, or the bride and the bride, and you see them, you know, have the piece of cake and give it to each other, and they kind of like intertwine arms. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Okay. So we have that idea of, oh, it is, and it has been, and it probably will continue to be, Polly, unfortunately, until, and I'm gonna, you know, go out and really show my Aquarius rising, until, you know, actual change happens and everybody kind of stands up and makes change happen. Okay. So Two of Cups is that, you know, idea of friendship and affinity. So it's really that partnership and that relationship. cooperation. It can be a new relationship. So think of like new relationship energy where you're just excited to share with this new person and every moment feels like zingy, right? It can also be a renewal of love. So if someone's in a long-term relationship, it can be kind of a poke to renew that love and commitment with each other. And so Two of Cups here in the Tarot de Marseille. Again, we have those two cups standing next to each other. Then we have the fish. The fish are going to be a recurring theme throughout the minors in pretty much any deck. Fish represent emotion, okay? So here we have these two fish, and they're kind of big, you know, kind of like flowing up. And they're on equal ground. They're on equal footing. So when you read the Tarot de Marseille, you kind of got to look at those things, okay? A little bit more so than the Rider-Waite-Smith. The Rider-Waite-Smith, everything is really, I want to say drawn out, a little bit more for us. Sunshine, hi, how are you? So with the Tarot de Marseille, you got to look at everything, okay? And the angles, if it's stable, if it's tilted, is it looking to the left, right, up, down, straight ahead? You kind of got to look at all those things with the Tarot de Marseille. And moving on to the Thoth. Love. So we have that keyword in the bottom of love. And then we see Venus and Cancer. So this one is a very watery card. So the love idea comes from the Venus planetary representation. Cancer, a lot of emotions going on here in that kind of duality. Adrian, hi, gotcha. And we have the fish look very similar to the fish in the Tarot de Marseille. They're kind of coming out here. And then we have the lotus and this water just flowing down. It's really a gorgeous card. So you can really see how this is like abundance and flowing of love. I mean, it also says love on the bottom, so that helps. And then in the Next World Tarot, so the word here that Christy Rode uses is connection. It's really about that intimacy that goes beyond physicality. It is true connection with another soul, with another human, another soul in a body. And this is just a gorgeous representation of, let me bring it down here. Okay. Of that connection. So here we do have two men. It's biracial. We have the cups represented as martini glasses or martini glasses, margarita glasses, and they're in the sand. So just picture being on the beach with a really close friend, with a loved one, with a new relationship, and really sharing those intimate moments where you're really sharing all of yourself. Isn't it like, doesn't it give a totally new, like, feeling of the Two of Cups? And again, it is the beginning of Pride Month, so I did want to really show this deck and really kind of illustrate how a tarot deck can be diverse, can be inclusive, and I love it. So that's, Two of Cups. So we have those keywords, which when we understand the image that we're looking at, those keywords are when it's going to start to make sense. And this is where exercises like daily card pulls, and you look at the card, you look at what the picture kind of brings up in you, whatever deck you're using. You look at those emotions, you jot them down. And then you kind of look at your little white book, you look it up on the internet, you look it up wherever. Yes, she also has, I did want to show this too. So this deck is very large, okay? You can tell, you know, I can hardly hold on to it with my little elf hands here, but a pocket size just came out not too long ago, so I had to order this. It's much easier for me to shuffle and actually hold on to. So yes, I do have two versions of the same deck, but that's okay because I'm more than happy supporting supporting her. And it is actually in like Barnes and Noble now. So I got it when it was on Kickstarter. And it was, so it is an indie deck, but it does have major distribution now. And I think that is freaking awesome. Like, we need that. We super, super need that. Like, everybody needs that. So that is one of the decks that I'm probably going to be featuring in some of my readings across my channels. No, that was two of cups, Jennifer. So we can see the cups. And the way Christy does it, she kind of tucks in two of cups. I can't either. And that's why I can't do big cards either. And that's why I was glad when a pocket version came out. She explained it. She wanted to do the large ones because each card is actually a painting that she's done. And everybody in the deck, it's someone she knows. So when it's almost like you can connect with them like on a different level, because these are people in her life that she's either come across in her touring, speaking, anything like that. It's people that have made an impression on her. And that's kind of why she wanted the cards out bigger first, to really represent that and illustrate that. Okay, now we're going to get into Two of Swords. Two of Swords. I see this two probably the most, okay? Oh, the other deck, this one, the Tarot de Marseille, or the Thoth deck. I also have a pocket version of the Thoth because, again, these are large. Hi, Erica. Yep. So on this broadcast, just ask that you share the live out and the comment hashtag shared, and I will get you on the list. So Two of Swords. And again, Two of Swords really comes up a lot. It is being at an impasse. Hi, Katie. It is being at an impasse. It is being at a stalemate. Catch-22, difficult choice. So you have, these are kind of the major, like, kind of the top, top three keywords. Can also be closed off from emotion. So the way that she's holding the swords is actually closing off the heart chakra and closing off the solar plexus. So kind of not listening to your emotions, not listening to your intuition. And I mean, even that like third eye. So it's covering her eyes and in turn the third eye. So it's really, it's really hard to look forward and to make that decision. Isolation can mean isolation. Can mean you're trying to make a decision solely on emotion, because her back is to the water, and she's facing the water. I'm sorry, facing just kind of that grayness. So it's like gray rock. So she's the figure's trying to make a decision without listening to emotions. So it can mean opening up, okay? Holding these swords are communication, right? Swords are words, our thoughts, our ideas. So it's opening that up and allowing the flow of emotion and intellect. It's holding off what you don't want to see by remaining blind to that. And here, so the Tarot de Marseille, we just have two straight up cross swords. This almost feels like blocking to me, right? So this is how we get, when you start to understand the meanings, you can kind of weave them into the pip cards. So this is blocking someone. So you think of like block. Nope. Exit out. Okay, and that is the Tarot de Marseille. And this is the Thoth deck and Two of Swords. So this one means peace. Okay, and it looks like origami, kind of like origami doves. Is kind of what I thought of when I first saw them. It's kind of some sacred geometry around there. So, and I'm going to ask you to reflect on this a little bit. How can a card that has previously meant stalemate, impasse, how does that move to peace? Okay, we have the swords going up through, is it a lily? A lotus again. And then we have the idea, we have down here Libra, so balance. And Libras want peace. So this is kind of taken there, okay? Peace, I mean, you can get peace when you don't really acknowledge what's going on. So I would, when this card comes up with that peace there, I would question, is it true peace, or is it because you are leaving something behind and not addressing it? So this is the Tarot de Marseille. And then we also have the two kind of straight up swords here. And as we kind of went through in the majors, when we talked about justice and when we talked about the Ace of Swords last week, those straight up swords mean kind of truth and honor. Okay, so now we make it to next world. So again, we have that figure kind of sitting blindfolded, arms crossed, holding swords. Here, the word is protection and moon in Libra. So here, you know, she's kind of made a little, it almost looks like a little like protective circle of shells around her. And we have the city in the background. So she's kind of withdrawn herself and is really seeking that solitude. Okay. In protection. So we look at the keyword of protection. We look at the key. Oh, and she's got a crass tattoo, which I love. Anybody here that's into 80s anarcho punk rock is going to recognize that symbol. But here, her swords are a tire iron and a sword that looks like came, you know, she just kind of pulled it and, you know, found it in the trash. So it was a garbage picked sword and a tire iron. Okay. Your weapons are what you have at hand. And with that, she's kind of got a look that's a little bit blissful. And I just noticed she's sitting, her throne, she's actually sitting on a toilet, like a discarded, like, toilet that sometimes you see on the side of the road. I think that's kind of rad. Haley, hi, welcome. So here with the Three of Cups broadcast, what I do is I will do a mini lesson. And then the card pulls come at the end. And we just ask that you share it out because we are looking to extend our reach and do that organically. So a lot of that happens by sharing. So comment hashtag shared and I'll get you on my list for a reading. Okay, so Two of Swords. Oh my gosh. That difficult choice, that closing off of emotion. that catch-22. So a catch-22 is kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? And it's really going with a choice that kind of feels the best right now. And you kind of got to go with it. Yeah, no problem. So those are the twos. Sorry, the two of swords. Swords. Leaving us with two of pentacles. Okay, so two of pentacles. You know, here we kind of have a jester-looking figure. Looks like, you know, they're juggling. And in the background, you know, so while that has the, you know, idea of like playfulness, in the background, there's some kind of topsy-turvy water with some ships. Okay. So two of pentacles are all about multitasking, juggling prospects. So remember, you know, twos come right after the aces. So aces bring about opportunities and prospects. So in the twos, we're kind of juggling those. Possibilities. It can be a tight budget. So it can be, you know, money comes in, money goes out. Kind of like living paycheck to paycheck, but you still got it coming in, right? It can be work-life balance. My small cat here is just doing circles and jumping down on my lap and going around the couch and coming back. So it's work-life balance too. And we have, it looks like they're in the Lemniscate, right? The infinity symbol. So that means that, you know, this balance never really stops, right? It happens. We can't really stop it. Just life flows that way. And a big interpretation of especially the Rider-Waite-Smith, is if you see the figure as carefree or anxious. And it's kind of one of those cards that changes depending on the situation and how you look at it and what's around it. So we got two of pentacles. I don't read French, and this is a French deck, so I don't really know what that says. I should look into that. So this is a Tarot de Marseille. So this is kind of, you know, zeroes in on that aspect of it. We have that Lemniscate, okay? Lemniscate is the infinity symbol. And then we have the two of pentacles there, the two large pentacles. So again, it's that kind of balance. It's that balancing act. They're the same size, and they're both filling up the same amount of space. So again, that's kind of how you look at the pip decks, right? You have to look at things like that because we don't have an illustrated picture. Oh, yes. Time and infinity. Exactly, Haley. We can't get rid of the sense of time, so we have to have that balance. So here, with the Thoth deck, okay, it's Jupiter. So we see the Jupiter symbol up here. And the Lemniscate it's a twist in an Ouroboros. So Ouroboros is the snake eating its tail. And in a lot of cards, we will see the Ouroboros and the egg, kind of the idea of the universe. Hi, Kay. And then we have the yin and the yang idea. Okay, it's kind of meta, so the whole thing is kind of yin-yang, and then we have a smaller one in there, smaller one inside. Oh, and Capricorn down here. So it is Jupiter and Capricorn. And we have really that idea of light and dark, so that balance, right? Twos, again, every two is going to be about balance in some way, shape, or form. And it's going to be about binary in some way, shape, or form. And it's always, it's the suit. Joanne, yeah. So with the broadcast on the Three of Cups, Divine Arts, what you got to do is share the broadcast out. and comment hashtag shared. And I do those. I keep a list going, and I do them after the lesson because I do, it's an ongoing series where we talk about different aspects of tarot. But yeah, absolutely, I can get a card for you. Again, just share it out and comment hashtag shared. So Two of Pentacles in the Next World Tarot. It's intersection. And again, we have that Jupiter and Capricorn down here. And with the Thoth deck and the Next World, if you want to get really deep with those planetary and astrological correspondence, let me tell you, you know, it goes all the way to the top. Okay, those correspondences never stop coming. There's so many. And the more, it's almost like the more you know and the more you realize, like, okay, this planet is this. You know, Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter is like luck and good fortune. And Capricorn is kind of logic and, you know, boss energy. So, you know, here we have a figure that's a little bit more of, it's like a goddess figure, right? We have the flowing white, we have the flowers. So this is that balance, right? That intersection of mundane and divine. We have this is divinity to me, okay? And this is mundane, right? But they're together. And here, you know, it's workers' rights or human rights. Hi, Jenna. Workers' rights are human rights is what's shown on this briefcase. So even though, you know, it's a little bit more of a straightforward energy, you know, there is still that kind of sharing the wealth and really getting, really kind of covering that side of things and offering, you know, this figure. It looks like a hydrangea. It looks like a blue hydrangea. Okay, and that's intersection. It's where we all meet. We all, you know, it's that balance. So those are the twos. And again, keywords, multitasking, juggling prospects, possibilities. So all of the twos are about coming to that decision, coming to that choice. And sometimes it breaks down as easily as a this or that. What makes sense to do? So if you get a 4 coming up, I'm sorry, if you get a 2 coming up and, you know, you're not really sure what to do, you know, you even use that this or that, okay? Of pros, cons, get as deep as you need to, do it like a brainstorm, where you just kind of, you know, quickly get some ideas out, and really make that decision. Really look at all sides and take into account the suit. Is this about energy? Is this energy expenditure? Is this about emotions? Is this about logic? Is this about finances or resources? And then you kind of build that together. So I'm going to quickly go through my list here. I think I caught everyone. If I didn't, please just, you know, kind of comment hashtag share it again so I can get you. Again, I try to go down here. So I have Polly, Caitlin, Jacqueline, Milagros, Monica, Jennifer, Adrian, Katie, Erica, Kay, and Jenna. I am going to use the Next World Tarot. I was going to use the pocket deck, but I haven't shuffled the pocket deck yet, and I don't want to quite take the time. So as I'm managing these giant cards, just remember, perfect, Haley, gotcha. Just remember, you know, 3 of Cups, Divine Arts, like the page. There's tons of shows, people coming on doing readings. Sunshine, yep, thank you. I remember you popping on and shared, but I was in the midst of a thing. I was in the midst of a thought, but I got you now. So like the page, and you can get my lives, and there's, like I said, there's others that are more education based, there's discussion based, there's other readers that will come on and do more of a reading event. So yeah, just go on and like Three of Cups Divine Arts page, and make sure you get notified too. Make sure you click on the little notification box, so you'll get, it'll like, if you're on your laptop, it'll like pop up in the corner. Also check out True Paranormal, the podcast. Leo Rizzuti, he looks at different paranormal like hauntings, investigations, interviews investigators. So check that out as well. And my page is Divination Station Tarot. I did not get the link down there today. But you can just Google, Google Divination Station, or Facebook search. I'm pretty easily found at this point. Divination Station Tarot. And I am doing, I'm continuing my 25% off distance readings right now. So what that means is there's a 30-minute reading for $35 and a 60-minute reading for $45. And with that, I use tarot, oracle, astrological, energy work, crystals, whatever the heck comes up. All right, so Polly, you are up first. Polly, we got Five of Pentacles, turmoil. Five of Pentacles is all about feeling left out. Yes. And I will get the link down here as I'm kind of chit-chatting here. I don't need to see my face anymore. So I'll get the link down there for anybody that hasn't liked me yet. There we go. Okay. So the keyword down here is turmoil, and it's Mercury and Taurus. So Mercury's communication, fast movement, messengers, messages coming fast. And Taurus is, and that's my group. Yep. Jenna, thank you. I do have a private group, and you can join the group too. Would love that. So it's like your brain's moving fast, but your body isn't. Okay. So turmoil and being left out. And she's kind of looking out at a beautiful sunset. Okay, but she's inside. So it's that idea of feeling left out. Other people have what you used to have. All right, Caitlin, you are next. So with these cards, I could go into pretty in-depth. I'm really not going to, since these are just kind of like quick mini readings. But I always write down the card that you get and the deck that I use. So if you do have any questions about the card that I pulled for you, just private message me, Elizabeth Whitaker or Liz, or through Divination Station Tarot, and we can actually backtrack to that and kind of go over that card again. Okay, I do keep track of who I do the mini readings for and the cards you get, because that's who I am as a person. Caitlin, Three of Swords. So this is sorrow. And it is Saturn in Libra. Oh gosh. So heavy energy there, Caitlin. Three of Swords is heartache. It's betrayal. It's something that was going well. It really took a wrong turn, is really what I'm getting with that. And it really is leaving you feeling a little bit devastated. And those feelings are valid. Okay. So we have the shark. We have that like actual heart. And it just doesn't, it's just not good. So I'm sorry for your, I see you and I hear you and I see your struggle. But with the Three of Swords, you know, it's all about how we recover and how we heal. So yes, everybody goes through Three of Swords moments more than one time in their life. It sucks, but it's true, right? And it's all about how we move through it and how we heal. All right, Jacqueline, you are up next. Three of Pentacles. So that's interesting. So we've had 2 3s in a row. Three of Pentacles is the team, and it is Mars and Capricorn. So it is cooperation. It is everybody pitching in and really feeling like you're all on the same team for once. And we kind of, you know, yeah, it's a 3, but, you know, we really get this idea of everybody coming together. You're welcome, Caitlin. Everybody coming together for a common goal and pitching in. Oh my gosh. I might have to make myself a cup of tea after this. All right, Milagros, you are up next. Eight of Swords. It is restriction and Jupiter and Gemini. So Eight of Swords is that idea of really feeling like you're being held back. Like you can't express yourself. This is what's coming through for you specifically. You got it, Kay. It is feeling restricted, okay? And here we have it looks like a spell, like she cast a circle, okay? And now is restricting. So is she restricting herself from the outside world, or is she preventing the outside world from coming in? It's all about protection to perceive danger. Okay, so Milagros, right now you're kind of feeling a little bit trapped, and just kind of do a search of are you trying to protect yourself from the outside world, or are you trying to prevent the outside world from coming in? And I know it sounds like it's the same thing, and I'm not sure if I'm conveying the difference good enough. It's like if you stay inside, you're definitely protected from the outside world. But if you go outside, you know, you're putting yourself out there. Okay. Again, that is for Milagros. Monica, you are up next. And if you do ever want to go back and watch any of the other videos I've done, they're all on Three of Cups Divine Arts page. They are all on the Divination Station playlist. And I did go through and make it a little bit easier with the banners, the event covers, so you can see which episode it is. And I'm going to try to stay on top of that. If you want to binge them all, I put them all up on YouTube too. So if you want to see all my comments to people that you can't see, they're all there. All right, Monica, the Magician. I love this. Has everything she needs around her. It is Gemini. So it is all, it's that pure like air energy. I'm sorry, Mercury. And Virgo, Earth. So really, you know, it have everything in front of you to kind of conquer the world. What do you want to manifest? You have everything in front of you to do it. It is, and this one is, like what I'm seeing with this is opportunity, okay? It is really looking what is in front of you and not letting a bit of it go by. It's inspiration and opportunity. Okay, so that is for Monica. All right, Jennifer, you are up next. The Fool. So we took a step back from the Magician. Jennifer, the Fool. So this is all about, you know, that leap of faith. It is waiting on that bus stop and getting on and going wherever it goes. And really just going with the flow. You're going to make it happen. So it is Saturn, right? Saturn is karma, right? You're kind of trusting that. And it's air and Aquarius. Air and Aquarius is uniqueness, stepping out and showing yourself. It's about humanitarianism. So how can you basically get on that bus and change the world? Okay? And that's kind of what I'm getting for you with this card, Jennifer, is it's that moment. Oh, and we have the dog there too. So this is, you know, kind of the modern version of the Fool that we know in the Rider-Waite-Smith, kind of jumping off the cliff. Instead of jumping on the cliff, we're jumping on a bus. All right, Adrian, you are next. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to start yelling and being obnoxious. Adrian, King of Wands. Oh my gosh, I love this. King of Wands. So, and this is the Throne of Fire, right? So kings, so the throne is kind of like that, like ultimate goal, right? It's kind of being on top of the world, on top of your game. And this one's all about fire. So we have all these nice, like beautiful reds and oranges and yellows, and holding the wand up. Okay, like creating some magic. So Adrian, you have surrounded yourself and kind of harness this energy to get you to this place of you're kind of ready to use that fire, right? You're kind of ready to move forward with it, go on that next adventure, and you're just kind of enjoying it too. I love it. All right, Katie, you are next. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Yeah, if I'm going to use these cards all month, I'm going to have to break out my mini deck because I can't keep doing this. Oh my good gosh. Okay. Katie, Four of Swords, Respite, and Juniper and Libra. Respite. So taking some time out for yourself. Taking some time out, reflecting, meditating, being surrounded by those energies. And here it's almost like, even though you can be surrounded by chaos, you can carve out that space for you. Yes. Adrian, yes, because that King of Wands did not get there by giving up. So Katie, yes, so it's about being able to have that like respite and meditative, it's that meditative space no matter what's around you, because you can tune in and kind of like pull it from within and make that around you. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so that is for Katie. 4 of Swords. And Jupiter's in Libra. Jupiter in Libra. So I'm going to touch on this a little bit. So Jupiter's all about kind of that expansion, right? But Libra's all about balance. So it's all about making sure that that's all in check. Erica, you are next. And we're going a smidge over. That's all right. Bah. The Star, Erica. So it is Aquarius and Uranus. Okay, Uranus is all about uniqueness. And Aquarius is, again, Aquarius is hope. Aquarius is that unique air energy. Okay, and the Star is all about hope and inspiration. So here, okay, what I'm getting here is there had been a period of without or drought for you, and you can actually replenish that by yourself. Okay, so the water, right? It's the water pouring out into, I hope I'm in the right spot here, kind of pouring out down there. So it's adding your emotion to what's around you. Oh, I love that. And here we have all of the butterflies, right? And there's a little caterpillar down there. So it's hope and inspiration and really not giving up when things dry up. So that's kind of what came down specifically for that message. Is you can get out there, you know, you have the power and the ability to kind of fill it back up. All right, Kay, you are next. And you did ask about career, as I'm throwing everything around. Tucking other cards into the deck too, so that's, oh my gosh, train wreck. All right, Kay, so looking at this card with career in mind. Okay, Ace of Swords. Root of action. So we talked about the aces last week. Aces are that new opportunity. It's coming into existence. So Ace of Swords here is the root of action. Okay. So think of when the plant roots. Okay. It is establishing itself. And oh my gosh, so many choices, right? So we have all of these kind of choices right there. So what is it going to be? It's all about communication. And so how are you going to communicate? And your job is going to give you a new opportunity for getting those ideas out. Okay, good. So you're kind of you're going to be able to make roots and then have your ideas heard. Okay, that's kind of what I'm picking up with that specifically. Ace of Swords, truth becomes clear. Oh, there we go. And so Ace of Swords came up again. Yep. Swords are all about truth. Ace of Swords, truth and honor. Jenna, you are next. And you're unemployed. Okay, so, you know, something is really going to, yep, Erica, I pulled the Star for you. So if you watch the replay and go to, I don't know where we are, a smidge under an hour, you should be able to catch it on the replay. You are welcome, Kay. All right, Jenna, you are next. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So this is the methodical approach. Okay. So Knight of Pentacles. Taking it slow. Looking at your next step before you take it. Planning it out. And knowing that the resources are going to be there. Okay. So it looks like they're collecting rocks, collecting geodes. So picture that, okay? Kind of going along a path and really kind of searching, really kind of making that like, kind of, you're looking at the left side, then you're looking at the right side. And then did I make sure that I did this? So keep that up. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, that earth energy, kind of steadfast right now. So, things might not really be moving super fast, but they're moving ahead and they're moving in a way that is, you can handle. Okay. It's not, there's a word for that. It is manageable, handleable. Oh my gosh. Whew. All right, Haley, you are next. Haley, 5 of Pentacles for you as well. So for you, what I'm kind of getting with this is you're really ready to step out of that have-not mindset and walk into abundance mindset. You've been in 5 of Pentacles energy for a bit. So it's turmoil, okay? You're ready to walk out of this and walk into abundance mindset. Gratitude work, not really focusing on what is not there, but what is there and how you can make that more. Okay, that's kind of what's coming down for you with this card. All right, and Sunshine, you are next. And last. All right, we're coming over a smidge over an hour. That's fine. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking this kind of journey through the twos. I wanted to call them the terrible twos, but they're really not terrible. They're just kind of like confused. So I really had to fight that urge just because it's, wordplay. And I kind of love that. All right. So again, please don't forget to follow 3 of Cups Divine Arts page. Follow Divination Station Tarot, my page. And Jenna posted the link to my group. If you want to be a part of my group, it is... I post all sorts of witchy stuff. I have makers there that share what they make. So many creative people there. I do welcome that. I do welcome, if you do have a product, an Etsy shop, anything that you make, you can always go in and kind of pop it in there. It is not solely marketplace based, but I do allow it as a platform. So please go in there. Some wonderful products. I know I've bought some amazing things from people in there. Awesome. Thank you, Jenna. And you can post any witchy questions, any observations, any, hey, I just got this. What do you think? And it's, I try to make it as safe a space as I can. So everybody is welcome. All ideals. Well, I won't say all ideals. I don't tolerate assholism of any sort. But that really hasn't come up. I really haven't had a problem with that at all. So it's a good group. All right, Sunshine. I'll stop rambling and get to your card. Four of Pentacles. Okay, Four of Pentacles. This is Arsenal, okay? And Sun in Capricorn. Arsenal. Being kind of surrounded by your tools. And here, it's a recording studio. I love it. So recording studio is a resource for anybody that works in like audible arts is what I'll call them. Whether it's, podcasting or music or, anything like that. And it's stability. And I can, it's being stable in your environment. But also make sure that you're not just surrounding yourself with material items or holding on to material items, kind of up to and including just money. Make sure you leave space for other things and other people. We're at 11, 11, 11 right now. Okay. Make sure you're giving space and holding space for something other than material. Even if it is the resource that is your vocation, okay? I hope that makes sense. Oh, hello, friend. It is Gemini season. And Aaron is one of my favorite Geminis, probably at the top of the list. Aaron, I am wrapping up here, but if you do want a card, let me know and I'll get one for you. And I know you'll share it out and you'll get the video to someone. Right now I'm doing one card pulls with Next World Tarot. I do have to pop off soon. The monsters are starting to yell. Gemini season. Ooh, okay. Aaron, I did just pull a card for you. Five of Swords. We got Survival. Venus and Aquarius. Oh my gosh. Survival. It's a difficult energy to be in, and it's a difficult energy to get out of and not get sucked back into, okay? Especially when everything around you kind of feels difficult. But here, plants and a microscope. I love it. Sunshine, you're welcome. So it's nurturing. It's that natural mind and that questioning scientific mind. All right. So again, Aaron, I pulled you a card. Okay. I do have to sign off. Katie, yes. Katie, I pulled oh my gosh, Four of Swords for you. You're roughly in the middle, in between Throne of Fire and the Star. Yep, so as you're watching the replay and you see the Throne of Fire pop up, you're after that, okay? And again, I do write down the cards that you got, so if you do ever have a question or if you missed it, you can always message me and we can do a quick chat about it. But I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me on Three of Cups Divine Arts. And I will see you next week. Okay, bye. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you soon.